Hi, it is Friday, September 12th at 3:26 p.m. and I am here to tell a story about my experience as a targeted individual, which began about 6 3/4 years ago. It's been almost 7 years, but I'm finding out more and more. I'm learning more and more because I'm not just going to ignore someone who is disrespecting my civil rights. Um, I see it as someone trespassing in my house illegally because they have the ability to take energy or EMF or whatever it is they're looking for. Xfinity, they're using Xfinity house to house, okay, and connecting it, all right? They're stealing a little bit. And that enables them to concentrate the field that they're creating, and it becomes highly dangerous. Okay, usually I'm wearing a hat with mylar in it. I like mylar because I tried um, aluminum foil and it was real scratchy and noisy, so I use mylar. And it also helps protect my eyes and also a gland right here in your forehead called your pineal gland. And my stalker likes to target that. Okay. Now, I've been to the hospital numerous times because of certain things that have happened to my heart that freak me out. I'm a retired nurse, and I just would go to ER and have things checked out. They could never find anything wrong with me, and they still to this day have never found anything wrong with me. I've had 2 hospitalizations during this time. I'm going to tell you about one, okay, because they're very complicated and they come up on you very quietly and sneaky, okay. The first one, I was at my daughter's house for Thanksgiving dinner and went down into the basement to sit on the couch and watch TV for a while. They all decided to go to their dad's house for a while, and I said that was fine. I'm just going to hang out here. So I was at my daughter's house watching television and watching the dogs, and I was kind of snoozing in and out, um, not really watching the TV. And I heard a voice in my head say, I'm going to slit your throat from side to side and rip that necklace off your neck. And at that time, I woke up and I thought, well, it was a dream because it wasn't the TV, you know. And I thought, well, I'm going to get up and use the ladies' room. So I tried to stand up and I couldn't stand up. My legs were like, would not hold my body. Okay. And I actually kind of crawled to the bathroom and then had a hard time getting on the facilities, using the facilities, and actually fell off and bumped my head and then tried to get up again and bumped my head in the same place again. And then my daughter comes home and they take me to the hospital. And I'm in the ER. And oh, for some reason, my ex husband was there. And I'm sleeping, trying to get some rest. My blood pressure is flipping out, something that never happens to me. It's just flipping out. And I'm 65 years old. Okay. Um, so I'm sleeping, okay? And as I'm sleeping, a nurse comes in, and Petro's standing here. And I always sleep like this for some reason. My hand comes out as I'm sleeping and crawls up the side of the bed and starts to try to grab Petro. Well, I'm sound asleep, okay? And as that was happening, it hit the nurse call button and started making noise, clanking noise that woke me up. And I woke up and I was like, oh, I needed to sleep, you know? And they were looking at me like this. They were looking at me like, Okay, so Pietro sat down when I woke up. He just sat down. He doesn't. He's like me. He doesn't think about hurting other people. Okay, our minds are not created that way. Anyway, the nurse left. I sit up. I got a drink of water, and then another nurse came in, but he was a different kind of nurse, more of a psych nurse. And Pietro left, and the first question that came out of that nurse's mouth was, as the machines pass your doorway in the hospital, do you hear voices coming out of the wheels spinning around? And I looked at him and I'm like, no. What kind of question is that? That's the first question they asked me. The first question. Because, see, I didn't know that my hand came out and did this. Okay, I didn't know that. So they asked me, do I want to spend the night? Do I want to be there, to rest or something? And then I start to realize what happened. Okay, I'm starting to come out of it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I started to feel fine. And then I realized what he said to me, and I had to tell that person what he said to me, and they said, well, we're going to take you over to this floor and just keep you for observation because of your blood pressure and what's happening. And I said, okay. So they sent me to this floor in the hospital, and there were other people there experiencing the same thing I was, although no one admitted it. And anyway, I've been fighting this. Anyway, I got out, and when I got home from the hospital, which was like 2 days or something, I had a really hard time swallowing. Like I'd take a bite of food and I could barely like get it down my throat. Like my throat was swollen. And I would almost have to like soak my food in water or something first before I took a bite off of it to to be able to swallow, which I didn't have when I was in the hospital. I ate fine. It wasn't until I got home. So, as a nurse, this stuff is starting to become very strange. You know, it's not following any rules of of germs that are diseases. It's not following any patterns that I recognized, and um, so I started doing a lot of research. And what I realized is that my stalker likes to wake me up in the middle of the night and mess up my sleep, like at 2 a.m., 6 a.m., 4 a.m. And it did. It messed me up. And I started getting so, like, I'd get up from sleeping and feel tired, like I needed to go back to sleep. So I started investigating and I found this machine, okay? And it came in this box, okay? And they just call it a sleeping instrument. So I thought, oh, that's what I need because, I don't know, my stalker's doing these things to me, you know, uh, on purpose to wear me down. So I got this machine and I started using this machine. And when my stalker realized how this machine was helping me, you put them on your earlobes like this, okay? And it's just like a device we use if you have a sore muscle or a sore back. It's called a TENS unit, okay? It's a TENS unit. And you turn it on, and it has different levels. There's a button for 1 level, 2 levels, and 3 levels. And then it goes from, you can set your timer anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes. I started doing this, and all of a sudden, I started going back to my normal sleep routine. And I think my stalker caught on because now he won't let me. Somehow he can control this and not allow me to use it. He can stop it. Okay? He can mess with my computer. He can mess with my television. And I've called Xfinity. Hey, Xfinity, people are using you free, you know? Um, but I said to myself, well, if he's not going to let me use this machine and try to get well, I'm going to tell other people about the machine. Okay, here it is. It came from China. It was roughly $100 with everything included. And this is what it looks like. There's one pulse, there's two pulses, or there's three pulses. Okay, and I really liked it, you know. And so now he's causing it not to work. It doesn't work now. Okay? I just got the dang thing. It's not broken. He's telling me that he's not going to let me use this. Okay? Which is actually kind of 3-year-old behavior, but I don't think that matters. So, all you people out there, you need to try that machine. You need to try it. It'll help you. Trust me. I, I can't use it now. He won't let me use it. So, yeah. My stalker's name is Jesse Robert Phillips, and I met him a long time ago. I forgot all about him. Didn't even think about him one time until 37 years later, and now this. So, yeah, we know what he's done with his time. Anyway, I hope you can afford it to yourself to do this for yourself. $100 is not that much. Just don't buy all of them because I might need another one. Have a great day.